Hello. All right. Think this is live. Yes. Hello everybody. I'm Cube Master Lewis, and today I'm going to be teaching you all how to solve the Rubik's Cube in this live stream. So I've set up my OBS right here, and I have a bunch of Rubik's Cubes right here, so um, I can walk you through every step of this process. So um, at the very beginning, when you're learning to solve the Rubik's Cube, the thing you need is a cube. So there are lots of different types of cubes. My personal favorite is the Yushin Little Magic 3x3, um, the magnetic version of this. Hello. And I prefer this one because it's what you call a speed cube, which is like a regular Rubik's Cube, except it's a lot faster. Yeah, I see that. Actually, we have a couple viewers. We have four viewers. So, hello, Andrew. So, um, a lot of you out there probably have a Rubik's Cube. This is completely fine to start off with, except they are a bit expensive. So if you haven't bought a cube yet, I would not suggest buying a Rubik's Cube. I would suggest you buy a Yushin Little Magic, but I wouldn't suggest getting the magnetic version because the magnetic versions of cubes are more expensive. So if you don't have a cube yet, I recommend you get a Yushin Little Magic because they're very cheap, around $7 maybe, and they turn really fast. But when you just get started, it doesn't matter because um, you're not going for time that much. So now I'm going to explain the first step of learning how to solve the Rubik's Cube. So, um, okay. So the first thing you need to learn is the pieces. There are three different types of pieces on the Rubik's Cube. There are the corner pieces, the edge pieces, and the center pieces. Now, when you're learning to solve the Rubik's Cube, you want to think of it um, as moving around the different pieces of the cube, and you don't want to think of it as moving around the squares. Um, yeah, so now that you know the different pieces of the cubes, again, there's corner pieces. There are 8 corner pieces. They each have 3 stickers. There are the edge pieces. There are 12 edge pieces, and they each have 2 stickers. And then there are 6 center pieces, and they each have uh, the, they each have 1 sticker. So the notation for solving a Rubik's Cube, that is how you do what are called algorithms, which help you solve the Rubik's Cube. They are, I don't know how to say this. They're moves you do in order to advance to the next step in solving the Rubik's Cube. So uh, in cubing, there's notation where each face is given a different letter. So the front face, so for me, this is the front face, that is notated as F. And then the back face is B. The left face is L. The right face is R. The up face, or the top face, is U for up. And the bottom face is D for down. And the notation is always the same no matter which face it is. So if I have the white face pointing towards me, the white face is going to be F. And then if I move it so the green face is pointing towards me, the green face is now F. So it's always whichever face is pointing towards you. Oh, and feel free if you have any questions to put them in the chat, and I will respond to them in real time. So um, when you're so a normal R would just be moving the right face clockwise. So if I have my white face towards me and I do R, that would be moving the right face clockwise. So I see which way is clockwise, and that's that way. So an R would be that. And then an R prime, so it would look like it'd have an R with an apostrophe mark after the R, that would mean you move the right face counterclockwise. So an R prime would be like that. So R, R prime, F, F prime. So if it doesn't have the prime, it's clockwise. If it does have the prime, then that means it's counterclockwise. And then sometimes, no, this is layer by layer. So if you're brand new, this is the tutorial you want to know. Thank you, Nick Olson, for that question. So sometimes you'll see a notation with a 2 after it. So if it's R2, then you'll move that face twice. And it doesn't matter if you rotate it clockwise or counterclockwise, because that'll just yield the same result. So if it was R2, I'd move this face twice. You see that? And if it was, yeah, so move it twice like that. So that's an R2. F2 would be like that. F2 again to reset it. And then U2, U2, B2, B2. So that's the 2 moves. So that's cubing notation, and it's actually quite simple. So yeah, and the colors of the cube. So most cubes follow this same 6-color scheme, where you have the white on this side, and then you have the yellow on this side. They're always opposites. So I'm going to teach you the opposites right now. So white is opposite to yellow, orange is opposite to red, blue is opposite to green, and those are all your opposites. They will always be the same for your cube, because the centers do not move relative to each other. They do rotate, but they don't move. So it's important to understand the opposites of your cube when you're learning how to solve it. Yeah. Warning. Oh, okay. So for the next step, I'm going to teach you how to solve the white cross. So scramble up your cubes. If it's solved right now, you want to scramble it up. Now, if you do more than 21 random moves, your cube should be the most scrambled as it's ever possible. Sometimes you'll hear people say, "Oh, I'm going to scramble it up so much that you won't be able to solve it." Well, it doesn't really work, because after 21 truly random moves, the cube is scrambled to the most it could possibly be. So now that your cube is scrambled, what you want to do is solve the white cross. So to do this, you find the white center. Teach you the daisy way because that's a lot easier. So you have the white center. Put that down so your white faces your D face. And then you want to bring up all of the white edge pieces. Well, bring the white stickers of the edge pieces to the top yellow layer. So as you can see right here, there is this edge piece in this middle layer that I need to bring to this white, the top white layer. So in order to do that, I can just bring it up like that. However, as you might have seen there was already this white piece here, so I want to move this white piece out of the way. So now that I've moved the white piece out of the way, I can just bring up that yellow face, or that yellow sticker. And now the white face down here is completely fine. Now I'll search around for another white edge piece. So there's a white edge piece right here. So I can do let's see, if this is the F face, I can do a D2 move to rotate this to the yellow face. So I do that, and then this face has 1, 2, 3 white edges. And then there's one more right here. So I bring this over, and then you have 4 white edges all around the yellow center. Now this is called the daisy method because sort of makes a daisy around the white center, or the yellow center. And then after this, to make the white cross, it's very simple. So what you want to do is you want to you want to rotate the yellow layer until one of your edge pieces matches the centerpiece underneath it. So, or I bring so if I have this blue center facing me and the yellow yellow center at the top, just rotate this until this color is blue and this is uh, white. So rotate that. And right here, as you can see, this is the white center, or the white blue edge, and then this is the blue center. So now I do a simple F2 move, which means you rotate the front face twice. And then now you have this blue and white edge piece right where it's supposed to be next to the white center. So now you are going to do the same thing, but with all four of your edges. So there's this edge right here, which is the white and red edge. You bring that around here so it matches with the red center. F2, bring it down, and now you have this edge piece solved for the white cross. And now rotate the cube so the green center is facing towards me. And then I'll rotate the top layer until the green matches with the edge piece right here. And then F2. And now the green piece is in. And then the last one, which is orange, it's already set there for me, so I can just do F2. And that is the white center, or the white cross. So that's the first step in the layer by layer method, which is what this method I'm teaching you is called. So the next thing, the next step of this method is to solve the first layer. So for that, you're going to want to insert the corner pieces that have white stickers on them into these four slots. So as you can see right here, there is already a corner that is inside these inside the cross here. But if you look closely, um, these two colors do not match with these two faces right here. So what you're imagine you're solving this layer by layer and not as face and face and face and face, because you need to think of solving the cube as moving the pieces around. So right here, so I'll just look around the cube to find a corner piece that has white on it. So I can see there's one right here. And now to bring this, now I need to bring this white piece into this slot right here, because if you look at the other colors on the white corner, there's red and there's also blue here. So I need to put that into this slot right here. So I do that by doing what's called a sledgehammer move, which is where I want to bring the corner piece down like that into the slot right here. So I bring it down, and now I inserted this corner right here, except the edge right here is gone because I moved this face down. Um, so what I want to do is move this other face away. See how I did that? Away from this slice so I can bring this back up. And then I move this face back, and everything should be good. So what I did there was I inserted this corner piece right here by doing what's called the sledgehammer move. And I will put that in the alg section. Um, let's see here. Okay. There you go. So that's the sledgehammer algorithm if you're having trouble with that. Oops. All right. And so by using that sledgehammer algorithm, I can insert another corner. And this only works if your corner is in the top layer right here. And I say top when the white face is pointing down. So I have another corner right here that I need to put down. And you see right here, there's another white corner piece in the way, but that doesn't matter in this situation because that that piece doesn't belong there because its other stickers don't match. So I'm going to bring this down like that. That's the R prime in the algorithm right there. So you bring it down, do an F prime, or yeah, an F, sorry, and then R, and then F prime. And remember, prime means you move the face counterclockwise. And now you have that corner piece in that slot. Um, there's one more piece over here that I can bring over. And then this is sort of the sledgehammer, except it's the other way. So it's still called the sledgehammer, except you're going to do it a bit differently. Instead of bringing the right face down, you're going to bring the left face down. So you slam um, the corner piece into the the white face, the white cross right here. You go down like that, move this out of the way, bring this back up, and then you want to bring these two pieces back. So, because before you moved them out of the way, but now you need to bring them back. Now for the last corner piece right here, it's facing upwards. So if I hold the cube so the white is on bottom, there is a white sticker on the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this up instead of going down. I'm going to bring it up, and then I'll move it over. So I'll move the top face over so that the white corner piece is inside this face that I can rotate right here. So I can bring this down, and then what I have here is this piece, except it's not rotated the proper way. So to solve that, I'll just do a sledgehammer onto this piece so that it'll pop up in the top layer again. So right here, you can bring this down. Do the sledgehammer algorithm that's right next to me over here. I'll do the R prime, F, R, F prime. And now this spot, this spot is occupied by a non-white stickered corner. And now it's back up there. So what I'm going to do this time is move it away, the top face away, bring up the right face, rotate this face back, and bring it down. And now you have this corner piece, but it's inside the white layer, except it's flipped. But it's still not, the white sticker right here is still not facing the correct way that we want it to face. So to fix this, I'll look at the face that the sticker is pointing if you put the white face downwards. So that would be this face. And the white is down. So now I'm going to rotate it so this white center is in the top layer. So if I rotate it like this, it won't work. If I rotate it like this, it will work. However, this is also in the top layer, so I don't want that. So if I move it right here, so this is the only white piece that's in the top layer. Now I can move it out of the way and then bring this back down. And now that's still solved. Well, the white piece is over here. So I'll bring the white piece back, I'll insert it right here as a sledgehammer, F, R, F. And now the white face is solved. All right. Did everyone get that? I can answer any questions. You all get that? All right. Oh, there's some delay. That's strange. Oh, and make sure you guys like this stream if you are having fun and learning something, because it helps out my channel, and I've been losing a lot of subscribers lately because I haven't been posting any videos, but I will post some videos soon. But my computer is failing me, so and I'm getting a new one, which means I can make better content for you guys. So like and subscribe. So now the next step here is the second layer. So we have solved an entire layer, and you may think that that's a third of the process, but not really, because the last layer is somewhat difficult. So what you want to do next is solve this middle layer. Now, there are two cases you can have. Well, actually 3, 4. Okay. Let's see here. Not this one. So these two cubes, as you can see, have the entire middle layer finished, except for yes, this will go on YouTube after I'm finished streaming it. So as you can see here, there are some missing edges in the middle layer. Now for you guys, there's probably all 4 of these edges in the middle layer will be gone, but for this example, I'll show you 2. So right here, you want to move the top layer so that the edge aligns with one of the centers. So if you see any yellow, you want to completely ignore that that piece entirely. So if you see this yellow and orange edge piece, you want to ignore that. But if you see an edge piece that has no yellow in it, then you want to pay attention to that. So there is an orange and blue edge piece right here, and I will move this away. And to insert it, I will move it away from okay, so this piece has to go in right here. So if I move this face clockwise, then this edge will be in its correct position. But to insert that I need to do an algorithm where I move it away, this top layer away from this the slot it's supposed to go in. Then I can bring this up, move this back, bring it down, move it forward towards the direction it's supposed to go in, and then I just insert that edge right there. Now that algorithm, you probably didn't get it first try, so I'm gonna put it up here. Let's see, what was it? There's U, R, U, prime, R, prime, U, prime, F, prime, U, F. And the other one is U prime, L prime, U prime. Oh wait, no prime there. L, U, F, U prime, F prime. So yeah. So that is the algorithm for that one. Yeah, so there are 2 algorithms there because depending on if you were, oops. Uh-oh. Okay, depending on if you are inserting this edge right here down clockwise, then you would use um, the first algorithm. If you want to move this edge down here, then you will use the first algorithm up there. And then if you have the opposite, where, oh, make this easier to see, where you need to move this edge this way, then you will go with the second algorithm. So if I need to move this edge down here, I just simply rotate it that way, down, and then, so that algorithm, as you can see right there, in the second one, move it, it's U prime, so that means counterclockwise on the up layer, or the up face, rotate up, left prime, or no, that's just regular U, L, which means you move layer clockwise, L, U, F, U prime, and then F prime. Yeah, that's what I did there. So that's how you do this one. So I'll just show you guys another example of that. So here, this was the cube that I was solving originally. And for this one, right here, I've aligned the center and the edge piece so I can insert this piece that way. Because currently, this slot is occupied by a yellow piece, and we don't want that. So I have this blue and red edge that I can insert this way. And I'm moving it this face clockwise, so that means I will be using the first algorithm. I'll put that up there. I'll just put that. Okay, so if I have to move the front face clockwise or counterclockwise, then you will use either of those algorithms. So to learn the algorithms, you just practice and practice them. So what I do to memorize algorithms is I write them down on a piece of paper, and then as much as possible, whenever I have the opportunity, I practice those algorithms, and eventually you will get faster at them, and you will be able to memorize them. So you will be able to solve the cube without using your cheat sheet. So I need to move this edge clockwise into this slot. So I'm going to do the algorithm, which is U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, F prime, that's this way, U and F. And now that piece is inserted into that edge in the second layer. And now I'll go around looking for other edge pieces that are not yellow. I see this piece right here, which is already aligned with the red center. And if it wasn't, I would simply move it back like this. And this one, it also goes clockwise, so I'll move it away and then do the algorithm right there. Check something. All right. Now, this spot right here, the orange and green edge, it does not have any yellow in it, except it's flipped the wrong way. So there is an algorithm to do this, but that's another algorithm that you have to memorize. So to keep this easier for beginners, for absolute beginners, I'm just going to show you how to do how to solve this problem without having to learn another algorithm. So what you'll do is you'll just insert an edge, a yellow edge, into this slot, and that will force this edge piece to pop up into the top layer. So right now I'll move away from the top, move the right up, I'll do the clockwise algorithm because if you didn't see before, I have to move this clockwise in order to get this piece out of this position. And you could do the same thing with this piece right here because there's yellow in it, and I could move it down here. So I could do the exact same thing to move it over here, but to practice, or it really doesn't matter, but let's just do the clockwise one. So do the clockwise algorithm, which is U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, that way. F prime, that's not F prime. Wait, it is F prime. What have I done? Oh no. Okay, I'll restart that because I messed that up. So I'll do the clockwise algorithm to insert this yellow edge into this slot right here. So, oh man. Okay, U R U prime R prime U prime. That's that way. F prime U F prime. Oh, that's why I messed it up because I was inserting a incorrect edge, so I got confused. So, yeah, now you can see that orange and green edge piece right here. That's in the top layer now instead of in its own slot, except switched around. So now I can move this over. See, I moved it over but it's not matching the center it's underneath. So I'm going to move it over again. And now it is matching right here. So this is another clockwise case where I should use a clockwise algorithm. So that is U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, F prime, U, F. F is this way. And that has inserted this edge piece into this layer. And now there's just one last one here. And this one you would use the counterclockwise algorithm. So to insert this orange and blue edge right here, I need to use the counterclockwise algorithm because this edge right here, I need, because for this piece to go right here, I'd have to rotate this face counterclockwise. So the counterclockwise algorithm is U prime, L prime, U, L, U, F, U prime, F prime. And that has solved my middle layer. So again, if you have any questions or anything you want to tell me, just put in the chat and I will respond to it as soon as I see it. And see, we have 8 viewers, which is very good. It's a great turnout. Thank you guys for coming out to watch me teach you how to solve the Rubik's Cube. And while you're here, remember to like the video. It helps me out, I guess, and it's nice to see those numbers go up. So the next step is the yellow cross. So I have this cube right here for the yellow cross algorithm. That algorithm, new algorithm, woohoo, is F R U R prime U prime F prime. Oh, save that. Yep. So that's a new algorithm we're going to learn. So right now, your top layer, which is yellow, if you've been following along, needs to have a solved yellow cross. It should look like this after we're done. See, the yellow cross, just like we did the white cross, except we have 2 layers to worry about not messing up. So now we need to solve a yellow cross. So I got very unlucky and I only have one yellow piece oriented in the correct direction. This step is known as OLL, or orientation of the last layer. So yeah, so the OLL, we're doing what's called 2-look OLL. No, this is not 2-look OLL. never mind what I just said. This is OLL. So I just have this yellow dot right here. So I'm just gonna do this algorithm or right here uh, to get to the next step. So I do F R U R prime U prime F prime, and now I have this this L sort of thing right here. Backwards L, yeah. Oh, well, if you move it like that, it's not backwards. So but you want to rotate the top layer so it is a backwards L, and then you want to have it facing towards you. So yeah, it should look like this if you are looking at it from here. So like this, yeah. And now you do this algorithm again. F R U R prime U prime F prime, and you get this line right here. And the line can be oh, so think I don't know, you just get a line, and you want the line to be horizontal always. Um, just like how the L has to be a backwards L, and it has to um, sort of have sort of point. If you think of it as an arrow, it's pointing down here. So you always want the L to be pointing down to the bottom right square. So this, and this are yellow. And if you have any yellow corners, you just want to ignore that, just like we ignored the yellow pieces when we were doing the middle layer. You want to ignore um, the four corner pieces on the top layer until the next step. And let's see. Okay, yeah, so now that we have the line, you want to move it so it's horizontal when you're facing it. You face the cube and then you look up and it should be horizontal. Then you do the algorithm again, which is F R U R prime U prime F prime. And now you should have solved the um, the yellow cross. Yes. So the next step is the soon. Uh, well, that's the name of the algorithm. It's a very fun algorithm, and I think you guys will like it. um, so the next step is to finish the yellow face. Finish OLL, orienting the last layer. So um, now that we have our yellow cross, oh, I'll put the soon algorithm up here. Property. Are you? Whoops. Okay, so that is the soon algorithm. Um, okay, so you have your cross or your yellow cross oriented anyway. It doesn't really matter too much. And then you're going to do the soon algorithm, which is R U R prime U R U2 R prime. I forgot to put that up there. Okay, so now you have a different yellow pattern. Oh, and for this step, you do not want to ignore the four yellow corners right here. So right now I have a different sort of pattern, and I'll just do the soon algorithm again, which is R U R prime U R U 2 R prime. Now I have the same pattern sort of. Well, it looks like the same pattern. It's not really the same pattern, but it's from a different angle. I'll just do the soon algorithm again. Prime U R U2 R prime. Now we're back with a plus sign, but don't be discouraged when you get the same patterns again and again. There are only a couple patterns that it may look like. There are actually a lot more, except you have to recognize the patterns right here. But if you're just beginning, it doesn't matter too much. So you'll just do the soon algorithm again and again. R U R prime U R U2 R prime. And then Do it again. R U R prime U R U2 R prime. And then if you do it maybe 6 times, I think that yeah, then you should rotate the top face once or twice, um, and then do it again and again. Because eventually you start getting into what's called cycles, which is when you do an algorithm so many times that it ends up going back to the state you originally were in. So I rotated the top layer once. So now I'll do the soon algorithm again. R U R prime U R U2 R prime. And now I have the fish pattern. Now this fish is a very good fish to see when you are cubing, because this means that you are almost done with the step. So what you have to do when you see a fish is, see, it's a fish like that. Now if any of the other corners are full, there can only be one corner that is yellow for it to be a fish. If any of these are also yellow, then it's not a fish. So the fish, you want to point it to the bottom left. So hold it like this. You want the bottom left to be facing like that. If it's like this, that's wrong. You need it the the head of the fish to be pointing to the left. And then now you're gonna do the soon algorithm again. R U R prime U R U2 R prime. And now you have another fish, except it's pointed the other direction. So you want to rotate it twice. So it's pointed like that. And then R U R prime U R U2 R prime. And that will complete the yellow side. So I'll do it again right here. Oh wait, not with this one. With this one. Oh, we didn't finish the. Okay. So with this one, this is the Rubik's cube that I had before. Now we have a fish, so bring it to the bottom left. R U R prime U R U2 R prime. Now the same fish, but it's pointed the wrong direction, so we want to rotate it so that it's pointing to the bottom left. And then go R U R prime U R U2 R prime, and that's the soon algorithm. And now we are finished with the orientation of the last layer. So um, again, if you have any questions, I will answer them as soon as I see them. Oh, we have more viewers. Hello, more viewers. Um, this may not make sense if you're just popping in right now, but yeah, you can go back to the beginning of the live stream and it'll make a lot more sense to you. I will still respond to your messages. Okay. So for the next step, I'll get some water. Talking a lot. All right. So now we have for our next step, this is called PLL, or permutation of last layer. So what that basically means is, since we have all these pieces oriented correctly by having their white stickers facing upwards, now we just got to move them all around. So all of these pieces look like they're solved if you look at this face. However, overall on the layer, they're not solved, as you can see right here. So some of these pieces need to be moved to other spaces around the cube. So yeah. The first algorithm for this is the AB perm. I think that's what it's called. So I'll put up the AB perm for you guys. Let's see. Okay, AB perm. Oh, I think it's actually the AA perm. Oh wait, nope, it's the AB perm. R. R prime. Let's see. How do I do this? RF R prime. Oh, I have it right here. Okay. So the new algorithm, and perm is short for permutation, if you were wondering. Peel corners. Oh, I don't have that algorithm here. Okay. What? I don't know. That can't be right. You. Okay, yeah. Can't find this anywhere. So I'll just tell you guys. So you start off the AB perm by, which one is this? Okay, so you have a scrambled last layer here, and what you want to do is if you have two on your last layer, if you have two corners that are the same color, you want to move them so that, how do I do this? I'll finish this. Okay, so you have to move this around so that these two colors are the same as the rest of the cube. Now, sometimes, occasionally, you will not have any of these cases around the entire cube. You won't have any two pieces right here solved.